Good evening. Welcome to an early edition of The Late Show with Nick Shine. I, of course, am your host, Nick Shine. Thank you for being here. On your way in, make sure you hit the like button, and we're gonna kick this off with a couple little treats for you guys and gals. Let's start off with a couple little diddlies.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Let Hall hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy get the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. Week 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play defense. This is AFC hell where other teams repent. Ladies and gents, welcome to MetLife. This is Jet Life. We bleed green, this our best life. We just nice.
Let's say what's up to everyone. Dark Soldier's here. Johnny's in the house. Bobby. Mr. Bonesy's out on the prowl.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Blitz got beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other Merry Christmas. And let the Jets suck while Bobby yells at scandal.
Shut the fuck up.
Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope he left some gifts because Bobby scared him off. He's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate Clancy, many more, we hardly fit. And Addison and Weeds bought that Marley spliff. I licked on my lips cause old Jenna G make my heart beat stiff. Damn Charles Gorman, was that a far you ripped? Too much head in your the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my dip. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick.
Blitz got beat.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for being here. Holiday today, no work. So was able to get on a little early here to talk some Jets football with you. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the like button on the way in. I'm trying to look up some statistics right now. This page always wants you to pay for it. Can't stand that. But hit the like button on the way in. We're going to discuss a couple things surrounding our favorite football team in the world, the New York Jets. Then we'll take some calls. We'll see where the night goes from there. You never know. It's a little earlier than usual, so we might have a little bit of a crazier crowd. Let's see how it plays out. But first things first, the ridiculousness of the society that we live in with having to make these outrageous, over the top, grandstanding statements the second somebody retires. The second somebody passes away, they have to go to the extreme with what we should do. Kobe Bryant tragically passed away a few years ago. They wanted to make him the NBA logo. Well, what are you going to do when Jordan passes away? Who's much better than Kobe? You're going to have to change the logo again? Like, everybody just wants to go to ridiculous levels of appreciation for players. Now let's turn this to the Jets. People today calling C.J. Mosley a Ring of Honor. This year, Ring of Honor. Well, Kyle Clifton, Marvin Jones, Mo Lewis, David Harris are all better New York Jets. And none of them are in the Ring of Honor yet. That's four guys who play the same position of linebacker. Of course, Mo was outside. The other three were inside. Can we stop with this? He never made an All-Pro as a Jet. Half of his career is with Baltimore, where he was better in Baltimore than he was here, and they're probably not even considering it. He sat out a full year for COVID. He missed all of this year. He missed all of 2021, minus a couple of a game or a quarter. I think he got hurt in the first game in either 19 or 21. He's nowhere near an all-time great Jet. Granted, it's a low bar, and he's still not there. Now, remarkable human being? Yes. Great leader? Yes. Said the right thing in front of the media, even during the tough times? And come here, breaking news, there was a lot of tough times as a Jet. Absolutely. CJ checks all the boxes that you want. But here's the main box. You weren't ever the best at your position. You might not even have been close when you were a Jet. You were better as a Raven. So we need to stop with the second we get information about a new player retiring, or just take a deep breath. You can just say, oh, thank you. You had a nice career. I appreciate everything you did. I appreciate your efforts. You were great off the field. Aside for COVID, when you didn't want to play, but there's pictures of you in a bar in Alabama watching Alabama football on a Saturday. But you were scared of COVID. Everyone forgets that one pretty quickly. But other than that, C.J. Mosley always said and did the right thing. He's a leader. We don't doubt that. Quincy and Sherwood, you got to give credit to Mosley somewhat for the players that they are with his mentoring. Great mentor. Ring of Honor is not for great mentors. It's not for guys who were great with the media. It's guys who were considered the best in their position while as Jets for multiple years in a row. You want to go through some of the names? Joe Namath won a Super Bowl. Don Maynard, when he retired, he was the NFL's leading receiver in yardage. Kevin Mawai, Hall of Famer. Nick Mangold should be in the Hall of Fame. Winston Hill, Joe Klecko. I mean, these are guys that were all pros. These are guys, Curtis. These are guys who were best in their position. You just don't throw a guy up there because he retired and he had 3.5 good years. If that. The top Jets tacklers of all time, Kyle Clifton, David Harris, Mo Lewis, aren't in there. The top 3 tacklers in team history aren't there. Why would they even consider C.J. Mosley? It doesn't make sense. This recency bias, this desire to over appreciate a player, It's crazy. Again, Mosley's great. He's great off the field. He's great in front of the microphone. He's great in the locker room. He's great as a leader. He's great in the film room. He was great with making checks and plays on the field. But a lot of people think he was out of position a lot, think that the injuries wore on him and he lost the step. Look, let's look. Where's Mosley in solo tackles? Am I really down this far? No. He's 20th all time in team tackles with 300. That's not Ring of Honor. Jonathan Vilma played less years and has 305 tackles. He's not on there. Quincy Williams has 316 already. Made an All Pro, too. He's more deserving. Let's see. Demario Davis, Kerry Rhodes. These are all the guys ahead of him. Eric Barton's ahead of him. Vilma, Quincy Williams, Calvin Pace, Darrell Rivas, Demario Davis, another linebacker. Kerry Rhodes, Brian Thomas, Jeff Lageman, Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's at 10 all time in team history with 338 solo tackles. Number 9, Marvin Washington. 8, Sean Ellis. 7, Brian Washington. 6, James Hasty, 491. 5th, Victor Green. And here's the top 4 in Jets history. David Harris, 710. Marvin Jones, 730. Mo Lewis, 1,011. Kyle Clifton, 1,468. So, Kyle Clifton has 3.5 times more. No, 4.5 times more tackles than Mosley. And we're talking, not we, there's fans out there saying, come on, be realistic. One of my favorite expressions, one of my good friends, Ryan, said for years, if you're going to talk shit, talk intelligent shit. 20th all time on the team in tackles, and we're talking not this one, no, this one, not that one. I might change my name to Mo Lewis in chats. Or Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones and Victor Green, number 3 and 5 from Pro Football Reference, are my favorite 2 defensive players in Jets history. Yeah, nah. Let's put Neil O'Donnell in there because he threw that ball through the back of the end zone at the end of the Detroit game. What are we doing? What are we doing? Josh, that was simple. They traded him. They traded him away because when Eric Mangini came in, he wanted bigger middle linebackers for his scheme. And Vilma was a 3-4 linebacker under the Ted Cottrell, Herman Edwards regime. And he traded him away because he wanted to go to 4-3 and needed bigger linebackers. No, wait, other way around. I'm sorry. Herman Edwards and Ted Cottrell played a 4-3. Mangini wanted to play the 3-4 and thought Vilma was too small to play in that scheme. I'm pretty sure we traded him away. Rookie year, All Pro, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Second year, Pro Bowl. 173 tackles. 128 solo his second year. I had every Vilma jersey. I could have sworn Jonathan Vilma was going to be the greatest Jets linebacker to ever play. And we shipped. I forget if we traded him or if he was a free agent. It was after 4 years. Yeah, February 29th, 2008, Vilma dealt from Jets to Saints for a conditional fourth round choice. Horrible. Horrible. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Like I said, on your way in, hit the like button. We are in the midst of the defensive line giveaway. I have this item so far. It is a Joe Klecko autographed jersey with the certificate. I am working on, and I should have purchased on Monday, a Mark Gastineau autographed jersey as well. And then I'm looking at a John Abraham, which I'm hoping to win the bid. It times out on Monday. If it doesn't, if I don't win it, I'll get a third item. So that's what we got. Remember, if you are interested in having a little fun, we got that for you. Not that type of fun. Calm down, sickos. We have the multiplier wheel where you can, if you gift 5 memberships, you'll get 18 raffle entries minimum. And if you spin the wheel, you can win up to 100. We've had 100 hit. I believe Peganardi hit with 100 for our last raffle. I do have to send their item out. Everything's been a little hectic the last couple days. Everything will be sent out after the weekend. I'm at Rutgers all day Saturday for Nikki's 7-on-7 with football. They got a high school 7-on-7 that Rutgers University is hosting. So I will, everything will be shipped out Monday. What happened with Charles? You all right? Alan, 100%. I said that multiple times. I got into a discussion, not an argument, but a discussion. Well, somebody said he made an All Pro every year he played full season with us. I go, he never made one All Pro his entire career. I go, you better double check that. But people want to believe that the player that they like is better than they are. Jets fans, we love doing that. We love it. I did it with Rodgers last year. Lesson learned. Man, Dixon, let him be. He's talking Superman. Let him talk Superman. Let him talk about what he loves, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're over watching Charles's stream, hit the like button. Share it. Make sure you subscribe. Support Charles. Support Bobby. 2 of my good friends here on the internet and in real life. I wish. Then you'd be a really nice guy. But yeah. So to put a little bow on this, CJ Mosley, thank you. You tried your best. You did miss a lot of time, but when you were out there, the team was more prepared on defense. One of the questions that I would have loved to answer that we'll never get is which was more important. Was Robert Saleh more important to that defense, or was CJ Mosley more important to that defense? Because we both lost them around the same time, and that's when we fell off. And we'll never know which one was more valuable. So I do know this. Looking forward, Aaron Glenn said, Sherwood, you're important to what we want to do here. You're going to be a big part of our scheme. Gave him $15 million a year. Never coached him for 1 second and said, we need that guy on this team. We need this guy in the center of our defense. So Steve Wilkes has been around. Aaron Glenn, He's been around. He's been around the NFL since 1994 in some capacity. They know talent. They know what they want to do with their defense. And they said, Sherwood, we need you. Very curious. Amongst all the extensions, it's called the segue, folks. Amongst all the extensions that we're talking about, Sauce, G5, possibly AVT, Jermaine, John Simpson, Brees. No one's really talking about Quincy. A lot of people believe this will be a walk year for Quincy. Possible trade deadline move to get rid of him if we're not doing well. There's he's in his later 20s. Adding another 2-3 year deal, giving him $15 million a year too. I don't know if they do that. They might want to replenish with youth through the draft. They believe in their ability to scout and draft. Do I like Quincy? Yes. Does Quincy bring something to this defense nobody else does? Absolutely. He packs a punch, can make good, strong hits out in the flat, can blitz, can do everything you want a linebacker to do. Scheme the fuck out of it now and let him and Sherwood run this field. Let them dominate. And if he takes off, sign him early. Keep him and his brother together. And possibly Giovanni Williams, the third Williams, makes this team. Keep the family together. The Williams can be more powerful than the Johnson family. Speaking of power, we got some power right here with 5 channel memberships from Alan kicking us off. And they went to Dalt, Dayboss 17, Party with Peg and Artie, Jaden D'Angelo, and 3 siblings. Thank you, Alan. As we say here in the Jets universe, you're a nice guy. You're a very nice guy. So, Alan, that brings you to the wheel, my friend. All right, Alan, you gifted 5, so we're going to shuffle it 5 times, buddy. Bang, 2, 3, 4, bang! Let me get my little notepad here. All right, Alan. I wish you luck, sir. I thank you for your contribution. And here we go. Let it rip. Yeah, even Jaden says you're not so bad, Alan. All right. Very close to the 100, but you got 30, Alan. Thank you. Very nicely done, Alan. Thank you. The raffle for the defensive line will be going off Sunday night, July 6th. So make sure you're here. Remember, if you are the winner, you have to be present to make your choice that night. So if you've donated to the channel, make sure you are here that night. Wow. Alan, that's a nice spin. I like Peg and Artie, Jaden D'Angelo, and 3 Sibs. As long as my memberships didn't go to guys that are worthless, and there are plenty of those. What a way to put a beautiful twist on a gift, Alan. You're the man. Awesome. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, sir. Even though you get hate and heat elsewhere, I have no problem with you, Alan. Robert C. asking the important questions. How are people in the comments on both shows? A phone and a computer? 2 phones? I don't know, Robert. The internet is a mystery. Maybe a television, a gaming system, and a phone? There's many, many options. Many, many options. Party. So that's my take with CJ Mosley. I would love to hear yours. If you have any thoughts on CJ's retirement, where he ranks in Jets history, I mean, it's tough to rank a guy all time when he barely played. Like, let's look at Mosley's career. Where is he? So low. Mosley was 20th all time. 133. Oh, that's career. Hold on. Let's look at his breaks with his stats with the Jets. Okay. 56 games. 56. Stop. 3 interceptions. 3.5 sacks. 504 combined tackles. 300 solo. Less than 6 a game solo. Stop. Come on, everybody. Stop. It's pedestrian statistics. Pedestrian. Nine interceptions in Baltimore in 5 years. 3 here. 77 games played in Baltimore. 56 here. 8.5 sacks in 5 years. 3.5 here. 579 combined tackles in Baltimore. 504 here. Stop. Stop it. If you're going to talk shit, talk intelligent shit. And having somebody who couldn't even be better than his previous team in your Ring of Honor, stop it. Stop. I declare poppycock. Poppycock has been declared on anyone saying that. So you tell them you heard it on the Nick Shine show. Do not mention CJ Mosley in the Ring of Honor. Now, if you're putting in a P of honor, a person Ring of Honor, a person of honor, you put CJ Mosley there. Great guy, great human being, great humanitarian, great leader, all of that. But stop. You put the best of the best in your Ring of Honor. Yeah, I don't ever want to look at these stats again. These stats are not worth ever digging up. They're not worth ever. And the Nick means ever mentioning. Like I said, Quincy Williams already has more tackles than him as a Jet. Sherwood might be very close. Let's see where Sherwood is. He can't be too far down after the year he had. God. Sherwood's 54th all time with 148. So, an all-pro year from Sherwood, and he passes CJ in 2 years. Less than 2 years as a starter. So, just to put some things in perspective. In 3 years, Sherwood's healthy. You're probably looking at Sherwood as 6th all-time on the Jets list. Unless we extend Quincy. Quincy should have the lead on him. It's not very, very difficult list to surpass. It's sad, actually. That's sad to look at. That is really, really depressing. Alan says Jair Alexander got 1 year, $6 million, and Sauce wants $30 million. What is wrong with that picture? We haven't heard from anyone that Sauce wants 30, to be fair. People expect that Sauce is going to ask for the top contract, but we don't know that. We haven't heard that. Jair Alexander also got paid, also got cut, is past his prime, and is ring shopping now. This is not the time of year where big money is given out. A lot of teams have already allocated their funds for the 2025 season. And this is where contenders say, hey, you want a chance to win? You want to be part of the puzzle that puts us over the top? This is what we can give you. You know we're here. You know we're going to be contenders. Come be a part of it. When Jair Alexander got paid several years ago, he was getting, I think, 22, 23 million, which is one of the top contracts, if not the record-setting contract at the time for a cornerback. So the game comes at you fast. Younger guys are where the money is being spent. I don't think it's saying that Alexander can't play, but I don't think it's a knock on Stingley got paid. Shit, his name just freaking escaped my mind. The guy from Denver. My God, his father played. Somebody help me. Who's the cornerback on Denver? I know there's a delay. Not Madison. His father. Surtain. Thank you, Stack. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Eli. Surtain got paid. Stingley got paid. Sauce get paid. The next guy will get paid. It's how it works. It's a cycle. Would I like to wait till after the year to see how Sauce does in a man press scheme? Yeah. Yes, I would. If you're Sauce, do you want to wait till after the year? Maybe you show that, hey, this other regime didn't utilize me the right way. I am by far the best cornerback in the league. If you're the Jets, you want to sign them now because it's only going to go higher. If you're Sauce, maybe you want to wait. I've discussed that already on here. If I'm Garrett and I'm Sauce, the way this money is going up like Monopoly money, injury, no injury, you're going to get a top dollar. Mess is here. What's up, buddy? What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining. Holiday today, so I was able to get on a little bit earlier. Went out to eat with the lady. We went to this place that wasn't too far from where my mom lives. We got Greek food and called up my mom, brought her some food, and then I had to go back up to Lake Bridgewater and drop her off from Edison when I was 15 minutes from home. But well worth it. It's always nice spending time with her, and she loves my mom, and my mom loves her, so they were all happy to see one another. And I got to beat the crap out of my nephew for 5 minutes, so that's always a win. Dixon says, how many cups of coffee today? Not a lot. I didn't work. I was driving a lot today, going around. I made one at home, and then I made a half of one because it was halfway full before I left. I didn't finish that. And then I got this one from Quick Check. So this is only my second, and it's here. So it's just started. But ladies and gentlemen, call lines are open. Give me your thoughts on CJ Mosley. Give me your thoughts on what you think this New York Jet team could possibly add. Here's a good question from Luppy. And if you don't want to call in, throw some questions in the chat. I love taking your questions. If you're in bed or you're busy and you're working, throw some questions in. I love that. How much faith do you have in SOC? Luppy, I'll tell you, I really love the way he spoke when they interviewed him when mini camp started. I said that night that this guy's going to be a head coach in the league one day. He's got that sound. He's got that tone. He's got that it factor for me when you're looking at a coach. He speaks with purpose. He doesn't seem overwhelmed at the mic. I think he'll interview really well, and I hope we get him for a couple years. Because if we do, and he goes on to be a head coach, a couple things. It's great for us, because that means we're winning. The Jets haven't had a coordinator poached for a head coaching job since '89. It's a long time. I was 11. 11. Barely pubescent. Prepubescent. Sean McAteer, all we hear is he wants to be a Jet for life. Sauce is great. He needs to work on tackling. Well, Sean, if you saw him this year at the press conferences, he looks a little more bigger up top. His shoulders, his arms, it looks, you know, driving your shoulder into somebody's legs and wrapping is very important. If you got spaghetti arms, which I've been calling him out for having spaghetti arms time and time again, he looks a little bulkier up top. So that'll help him jam receivers at the line, bump them off the route. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. Dixon with a question. Why is Matt so okay? Well, listen, we don't judge, Dixon. We don't. Your name is Dixon. Your name is Dixon, yes. There's a lot of guys here, so you're referencing that. So we don't judge. We let you be who you be. Patty Grimes, what's up? One of our resident Detroit Lions fans. Question, Nick, what favorite kind of food? Italian. Italian's top of the food line for me. I tell you what, though, Greek today made. Haven't really had much Greek food in my life, but this place made a very, very good impression on me, and I can't wait to go back. Luckless Pedestrian, welcome. Thank you for being here. Pacers pacing. Can I get a score? Tom A says, I'm a hazelnut guy. Tom, there's actually hazelnut in this coffee because I got it from Quick Check on the way home. And I needed one. I couldn't wait till I got to the house. Not my usual. I'm usually Italian sweet cream, sugar free. And one of our other resident Detroit Lions fan is here. Dave, what's up? And one of our lovely ladies, Carly, is here. Everyone say hi to Carly. Oh, it looks like you are. Everyone, hi, Carly. Nice to see you. Tom, I don't need anything from the ocean because I have a shellfish allergy. But the seafood platters did look pretty good that the other tables were having. So the Pacers are up by 21 in game 6 at home. Oh, man. I know a lot of people shit on this series. The market that I'm in. The market that I'm in is Knicks fans, right? A couple Nets fans sprinkled, and then other teams, but they made it sound like this is going to be a shitty series. And two small markets, and it seems like they're delivering. You get a game 7. It's always fun in sports to have a game 7. Luppy says, tackling is a mindset. Does Sauce have the right mindset? If not, I think Glenn can change it. I think you see, Luppy, whenever coaches sit down with players at the end of the season, they give them a plan for the next year. When a new regime comes in, they sit down and meet the players. And I'm sure one of the first things that Aaron Glenn and Dre Bly and Steve Wilkes said, listen, we need you to put on 8 to 12 pounds of muscle. We need you bigger up top. We need you stronger. And you see Sauce came back looking a little heavier. I think he was in the 190s 2 years ago. So I would say he's around 205. And he put on all muscle. That's good. He's 6'3". He's still lanky. But if he can get a little stronger up top where he can make a tackle on a DK Metcalf in week 1, that will be helpful. Dixon, I have a shellfish allergy. I don't need anything from the ocean because of that. I just don't. Greek food is awesome. I like Italian better, but Greek food I can eat a ton of. Yeah, we had a salad with feta and olives. She got fried goat cheese, which was bomb. There was also a brick of feta. There was spinach, like little triangles, spinach, like pastry wrapped around it. I don't know the name of this shit. It's all Greek terms. And then I got a stuffed chicken breast with spinach and feta inside. So very, very good. Probably stack, right? Probably. It's tough to win a game seven energy, no matter what stadium or arena you're in, is going to be exciting. But good for Indiana Pacers, right? All they hear about is Caitlin Clark and what team and what players are attempting to physically assault her every night. So good for the Indiana men's team to get a little bit of attention too. Dave, I love it. These are two old school adjectives. The Pacers have grit and moxie, like Mox from Varsity Blues. I don't want your life. Calm down, Dawson's Creek. Yeah, Rick Kent. Everybody, if you haven't already, please show Rick Kent some love. Not that type of love, Tom Ace. Zip it up.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
That's for you, sir. Carly asks, where is Chris B? I don't know. It's 2 days in a row. Saw him earlier this afternoon in Bobby's chat. I was on Bobby's show for a little bit. Me and Addie were shirts off. I told him that the chat was asking for him last night. We're about to put a bolo out for him. Luppy says it's called that word. Spanakopita. I will tell you this. I'm honest with you guys. I did have baklava. Love that shit. My aunt made the best baklava when I was a kid. This baklava was fantastic. And yeah, I got home, and for the first time since May 13th, my blood sugar was over 200. So I had to take some insulin for the first time in a while. I'll recheck it before bed, but it's worth it. I've been doing really good with my diet, so please don't yell at me, anyone. But had a little baklava and a little bit of rice pudding. I'm not going to lie. We shared a rice pudding. When I say shared, I mean I shoveled the majority of it like it was a race. That's it. But then we ordered my mom stuffed scallions. Scallops or scallions? What the fuck did we get her? Scallops, I think. Scallions are like the onions, right? There's like little seasoning shit. Let me check the text. I sent her a picture of the menu. I'm a good son. Stuffed scallops. Forgive me. Stuffed scallops from Mama Shine. Yeah, Lubby, I've taken plenty of risks in life. This is one of the rare times. You know what though? This is why I put my story out there. From being sober to trying to turn life around and be better. It's because like I want to be held accountable. Yeah, I don't eat either, so the wording I got it from my mom, Rick. I brought it home for Mama Shine, not for me. I had stuffed chicken breast with spinach and feta cheese inside. Yeah, scallions are like the little green things, right? Scallops are what mom had. Oh, gotta be a good son. Yeah, I love my mom. Yeah, she's my homegirl. Thank you, Luppy. You're a sweetheart. I know, right? Well, if we learned anything, and I'm not a big NBA fan, but if I learned anything from the Knicks and the Pacers series, it's that no 20-point lead is safe. If we did a what did we learn today for the Eastern Conference Finals, It's that 20-point leads mean absolutely nothing. Something else I saw. The Jets have moved on from Carlson, and they brought in Mevis. Now, I'm going to check your brains here, Jets fans. Do you remember the 2 times Darrelle Revis held out and Jets fans were, or he got traded away too to the Buccaneers, and Jets fans were taking the jersey and changing it from Revis to Mevis? The Jets have a kicker on the team right now who could be our opening day kicker with the last name Mevis. So, if any of you made that jersey, and even better, for 15 years, kept that jersey, you will be the toast of the town at MetLife Stadium, because that is definitely going to be a conversation starter. I would love if any of you have a Mevis jersey, send me a picture and we'll put it up on air. But I know back in the day, a lot of people were making those. When the internet first started, or not the internet, social media, people were sharing the Mevis. It was a popular thing. But if you have that this sounds like it's a Tom Ace thing, right? Like if anyone would have made a Mevis jersey and kept it for 15 fucking years. Yeah, the homeboy, Tom Ace. Yeah, Jets fans are nuts, David. You're learning that day by day, show by show, buddy. We're a crazy group. And the minute he held out, and then he held out again, and then he got traded, everyone called him selfish. He's only about himself, and the play on his name was Mevis. Yeah, the only thing relaxing is your butthole. Dixon, yes. Josh, I did not go to college. I am the poster child for talking to players that I've coached throughout the years on why getting your grades right and focusing in school and being a student athlete is so much more important. I was a 6'3" white power forward. Where the fuck was I going? I had offers from Moravian, NJIT, Scranton. Shout out to the office. But I had to start working after high school, and just started within 2 months in the summer. I like jumped up 3 jobs quickly. But I had a lot of Rider University. I had a lot of like D3 schools in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. But I didn't have the grades. I fucked around, like I said. Where was I going? What was I doing as a 6'3" power forward? Ryder might be D1 now. I don't think Ryder was D1 back then, Clancy. I went to camp at Ryder. Let me double check that. I went to a camp at Ryder. It was an AAU camp at Rider University. Forgive me for that. I played on an AAU team with Tim Howard, the U.S. soccer goalie. We were unbeatable when we were together. And we played up in Newton. And up in Newton, we had 6 players that weekend. I averaged 26 points and like 18 rebounds. I was the only kid on the team over 6 foot. Tim Howard wasn't there. And I got an offer going into my senior year to be on the U.S. junior team. But it was like to play like in, where the fuck was Tony Kukoc from? Croatia. It was like a European tour representing like the United States team. But my family just didn't have the money for it. It was like 6,000 plus food for one trip, and it was like 3,000 plus food, and we didn't have the money at the time. I tried doing a little fundraiser to gather some funds, but we couldn't get it together. But that would have been wild. That would have been like Euro trip. It would have been the summer of '96, and playing overseas. Now it wasn't the U.S. national team; it was an AAU team that this guy was putting together to take over. Please don't think that I'm saying that I was a like U.S. All American or anything like that. Yeah, he did. Josh, he went to North Brunswick High School, and I went to Colonia, and we played against one another for 3 years. I believe he was a year behind me. And when we were together on the AAU team, we didn't lose. And I would always bust him at practice. And me and him were the only two on the team that could dunk. We were always going at it. If we split the team up, we played against one another, and we were always going at it really hard at practice. And I would always talk shit to him about how our team is so good, but you can't be here all the time because you're playing on some nonsense called the U.S. Junior National Team. Well, shout out to Tim. He represented the America very well for many years. But that was fun. Good memories. Yes, Robert. Tim Howard was the United States men's soccer goalie for many years. Oh, look who ended their show and decided to join us.
Well, I wanted to do a live stream for some of my fans. How you doing, buddy?
I appreciate that. How'd it go?
Went well. We talked a little bit about some stuff. We talked about movies. A lot of us showcased a lot of interest in the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson. Looks interesting.
Liam Neeson died a few years ago.
Didn't know about that.
I'm kidding. Leslie Nielsen died a few years ago. I thought I was.
I mean Liam Neeson, not Leslie Nielsen, but yeah, I get what you're
No,
saying.
you
yeah.
said Liam Neeson. I tried to trick you, but you
Oh,
were like, didn't know that. I was like, all right, he didn't bite.
yeah, I can't wait for it. How are the kids, man?
Kids are good, Charles.
How's your mom?
Are you telling people that you didn't get the job?
I'm telling people that I'm waiting for them to call me.
All right. John Hepburn popped in at the start of the stream and said that you didn't get it. Let me update everybody. Here's where we are. The Burger King on St. George's Avenue in Avenel. There's also a Burger King on the corner of Oak Tree Road and Wood Avenue that is shutting down. It's boarded up now. The same management team manages both of them. And the one that my friend manages on St. George in Avenel, he wants her to hire from there first. And she's explaining to him that Charles is only going to work a couple hours. She's explaining the situation, him with the Social Security, and she's telling him that him working here isn't going to affect any of those. I'm ready to move on this. Will you let me do it? So she's going to bat for Charles. I stopped in. I saw her today. I texted Charles with the update, but that's where we're at. There was a store that closed down, and those people, the guy who owns it wants to find those people job placement first. But like I said, none of them are going to affect what Charles does. So Coach Nick is on the scene all the time.
Today, man. You know, my mom's doing good. My mom's doing good. My dad's doing good. They have physical therapy today with their therapist, Imrata.
Okay.
Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for Saturday. I'm going to spend time with my best buddy, Colin.
What the fuck am I?
You're my best buddy and my job coach. I've been best friends with Colin since college.
I don't see Colin bringing you around to get you work. You know, Charles, words hurt, dude. Are we best buddies?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's how it's done, Charles. If you're on my show, you're my best buddy.
So I called and I decided to call back into Bobby. That's one good thing.
Oh, you did. That was a very short strike. That was only 2 days.
Well, yeah, I don't want to leave them like hanging. On the other hand, so how do you feel about, because I think that, how do you feel about the Jets going to training camp?
Well, it's 6 weeks away, right? Or now it's I think July 19th. Rookies report. July 22nd, the Veterans Report.
Yeah.
So we got some time.
So
Just
how
nobody
do
get
you?
hurt. Nobody drive
Yeah.
like Shador Sanders. Don't do anything stupid. Get together on vacation and have a good time. Just keep working hard. That's the
Um.
main things. Nobody do anything
Um.
stupid.
Anyway, yeah. So and so it's. I mean, they're gonna have to do better this year. I think that last year they just didn't sow it. You know what I think happened? I think just the wheels fell off in last year's season for them.
They did. A lot of wheels fell
Yeah.
off. Goodyear couldn't even produce wheels as fast as we needed them last year.
So how? So did Charles get the job yet, or is he still
We're
waiting?
waiting to hear.
That's what I wanted
The
to talk
manager's
about.
working on it. My friend is working on it. There's a little bit of logistics that she's got to work out with the management team, but
Yeah, I know.
she's doing her best for him. Not everyone
Yeah,
can just be a baller like you.
yeah, I know. I mean, it takes a while for him to get it. I think it might take some time because it's like a lot of steps actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like so, getting back. Yeah, I mean, so you start week 1 of the Jets when they're playing, the was it the Patriot? Yeah, the Patriots in week 1.
No, we play the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, like we play the Steelers. Why did I thought it was the Patriots? Maybe after that. Um yeah, and they're gonna have to face Aaron Rodgers.
I have a question for you, Lane.
Yeah.
There's someone in the chat named Matthew Smith, and people have been questioning his life choices the last couple weeks, basically since June 1st hit. Do you want to comment on Matthew's new look that he posted on his social media tonight?
He hasn't been on in a while. I don't yeah. Can I see his I would have to see the picture. I like that picture. You know why? It's for Prime.
It is for
June
Prime. Yes.
Juneteenth.
He got a
Now
job with Amazon Prime, and that's the look
maybe
that he has
that's
to go
why
with.
he hasn't been on.
He's
Because
been very busy this month. He's very popular with the boys.
Matthew Smith, yeah.
Matthew Smith, yes, that's why they call him Lil Fuck.
I
That's
know.
good coloring for Matthew.
Can I read this? That's
You
good
can.
coloring for Matt. Rick, thank you, Rick. Is that fake or real that they put
That's
on
real.
him?
That's from Matthew's Instagram page or Snapchat, whatever these kids are doing nowadays. I think Instagram's for older people. I don't know.
A lot of stuff is going on.
Lane, quick question.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. I'm here.
Would you?
I'm sorry, I froze for a second. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, but I what?
Okay. Thank you. Good to know.
Would I? Well, I can't make it
Open-ended
to
question. However you feel. Yes or no. You said yes, so that's all. That's
I
a good
wish
look for Matthew, right? I think it makes
Yeah,
his
I
eyes
like
pop.
it. I like how he clipped it on. It looks like it's clipped on, but it's probably wait.
Yeah, good for him though. He's living his
Yeah.
best life in the month of June. Come July 1st, we'll all forget about him.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully he'll be back on the show. I know
Awesome.
that. Yeah. So I mean, I can't make it to week 1.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get you there one day, Lane.
I would like to meet everybody one day.
I think everybody would like to meet you. I'll tell you right now.
Sorry.
I think that the top 2 people, there's 3. There's 3 people that I want to meet. Rick Kent, Stack, and you. Those are my top 3 of people that I haven't met yet that I'm dying to meet.
Yeah, I know.
So
It'd be
hopefully
good.
we can get you out there. But Lane, let me run. I got a couple people on the line. I appreciate you for calling in, sir, and thank you for
sir.
telling everyone
Yeah.
you would.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good night. You're the best.
You too.
What are you doing in bed? The lights are out in the Beast Dome?
Yeah, after a long day work. Just very tired right now. Very, very
All
tired.
right. Are you dressed?
I'm in bed with my t-shirt on, my shorts, just laying down after a hard day's work.
How's the air conditioning? You got the air conditioning cranking? I know you were worried about the heat out there.
Yeah, I got good air. I got that Gold Star. That Gold Star is a good. That's a good Godsend, my friend.
Okay. All right.
I feel good. I feel great.
Joey's all fed?
Yeah, no, he's doing good. He just had his dessert. He's sleeping like a baby, and we're gonna. Well, tomorrow that's the heat wave starting. I'm gonna try and get all those. I got garlic growing in the garden. I got to get rid of it. It's not that good. Gotta throw it out. It's no good.
All right. You got a big day tomorrow? Gonna call on both of Jake's shows?
Hey, it's a job, not a requirement. As Mr. Ed once said, it's only a job, not a requirement.
All right. If you enjoy it, you never feel like you're working, right?
Hey, as long as you get the job done. Hey, so any update on Charles Gorman getting anything or not
They're
so
working
far?
on it. They're working on it.
Well,
there's a little bit of logistical hurdles.
Alrighty then, Nikki. Well, you keep up the good work and stay out of that heat because we're having a heat wave this weekend.
That's it. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be 100 here on Monday. So keep that air
good
conditioner pumping, Beast.
Hey, as they all say, surf up.
Surf's up in the attic, baby.
Catch you later.
Cowabunga. Welcome back.
It's good to be back, baby.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm drinking some water.
Water's
Always
good.
good to drink water. Always love drinking water.
Water's great. I had I left it over there. I took another bottle out of the fridge when I got home.
That's great, man. So your mom's doing good? That's awesome. I heard you went out, brought her back something. Read it on Discord.
Yeah.
My mom's doing good. Her treatments are treating her well. She still gets a bit of a dizzy spell. She may
What
have
treatment? This is
well,
new to
not
me.
like a
What
treatment. Like she has a bit of a she has a little problem with her equilibrium. She's been having that for a while. Oh, a Chick-fil-A. That's a good fast food place too. And it's done by
I'm more
Dixon
impressed
Yates.
with how clean shaven you look there.
Surprised he got it right, Dixon. Yes,
Oh, he knows how to get that right.
that's what she said.
Hell yeah. So what's going on with your mom? Sorry.
She has a little problem she's been having for quite some time. She's been having problems with her equilibrium. She has been trouble, with her balance, with her hearing. She's doing better now, but she's still going to go through some therapy with her therapist, Imrata. Physical
Are you
therapist.
telling everyone right here, right now, that she's gotten better since you moved out?
No.
That's what I heard. Give Mama Gorman our love, Charles. You know how much
I
we
will.
appreciate Mrs. Gorman.
I know you guys love my mom and my dad and my brother.
Oh yeah, man. I've sat in their kitchen with them during they were eating Thanksgiving leftovers. That's a big thing, man. Not everyone's welcome for holiday leftovers. And Addison and myself were in the kitchen there.
Well, it's fun. Let me tell you guys. I mean, the audience, a story. When I offered you guys to go visit to see my parents for the first time, I was kind of not gonna lie. I was kind of scared shitless because I don't want because my mother has never met you in person before, right? At that point in time,
That you know.
and I was afraid that my mother was gonna scream or yell or get upset, like "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" That type of stuff. And I say, "Hey, Mom, I'm back with my friends. Here are my friends. I met them on YouTube, and." How my mother handled it, I thought was great. I love the fact that she loved your personality and character, especially you, Addison. Huge shout out to Addison, by the way, as well as you, Nick Shine. I just said you guys. Stop it.
I know. I'm
Eh,
teasing you.
But yeah, it was awesome, and you know, I was very happy and thank the Lord that we didn't have any problems. But I'm just really glad.
Amen.
He said, "Amen." Yes.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, it was great. But yeah, it was a wonder. I was actually glad I introduced you to my parents. I glad I did. But I working at Chick-fil-A is not a bad idea either. I know they don't work on Sundays because they're a Christian organization.
Correct.
But I remember when I was dating my ex-girlfriend for about 2 years on and off. She loved Chick-fil-A.
Coincidence. Was your ex-girlfriend the same thing that was just rubbing the back of your head?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
This is my hand. The same hands that I use for everything else. My ex-girlfriend, yeah. She loved Chick-fil-A. She loved Applebee's.
Now,
Which I do
Charles,
think.
have you thought of getting into the cleaning industry?
Like mopping the poop deck, cleaning the
No,
toilet.
I mean, listen, there's a couple avenues that are, I think, never ending for making money. The oldest profession in the world is prostitution. And if we can combine that into you providing cleaning services, I think we could really, really do well here, Charles. There's a place
Yes, you
in
son of a
Brattleboro.
bitch. Dick said, "Yes, you son of a bitch. I knew you were gonna do this shit." Oh my god! Please don't show that to my mom. She'll die of hysterical laughing.
I will not send your mom pictures that have been created through my platform of you as a woman or a handsome man with questionable life decisions.
I had a feeling that shit was coming.
Now, if Knobcraft were to purchase this outfit and send it to you, would you put it on?
No,
All right. I went at Halloween as Snooky one time.
not gonna ask about that, but you can go ahead and tell me if you want.
I went to Halloween as Snooky. And I was just running around going, Snooky, smush, smush, trying to hump everyone at the party.
I remember years ago, my dad dressed up as a cheerleader for Halloween. Gave me nightmares for a
go.
while.
So
Gave
basically,
me
you're
nightmares
saying
for a
that
while.
it runs in the Gorman jeans or Gorman skirts.
Gave me nightmares for a while. Creeped me out as a kid.
All right. What gives you nightmares now? Running out of soda and Rice Krispie treats in your refrigerator?
No, the IRS, taxes.
Yeah, I mean, taxes have to be horrifying for somebody not working.
What gives me nightmares? Bees. I'm scared shitless.
Tom, remind me after the show to dig up the picture, and I have to go back to Halloween 2010 on my old Facebook account.
That was 15 years ago.
That's when I did it. What do you want from me? I didn't say I did it last year. Snooky's not very popular right now, except for in someone's pants in Brattleboro.
Good to know, yeah.
Yeah. Rick, things that I'm afraid of are Daytona 500 Turn 3, jumping out of an airplane, and bungee jumping. Things that I'll never do, but those also scare the shit out of me. Charles is paying taxes, petrified of them. When's the next shave day for Charles Gorman?
Probably tomorrow or Saturday.
Are you going to do it on air for Jake?
I'll do it early in the morning.
I strongly recommend shaving tomorrow with aftershave because with the heat coming in this weekend, you don't want to be sweating and getting all itchy and having your pores ripped open. Get some aftershave with alcohol, splash it on, close those pores, because a hot, sweaty day, you're going to be on fire.
Don't have any aftershave.
All right, let Uncle Nick, Coach Nick, to the rescue again. What you could do, don't tell anybody this, all right? Pee in a cup and then dip your hand in and splash the urine on real quick. It's sanitary. It'll close up the pores real quick. I've done it in a pinch before. Everyone else in the chat will testify. They've all done it. Listen, you run out of alcohol, you need something sterile. Urine sterile. Splash a little bit on, hop right in the shower. You're fine. Darren says that socks with 10 toes scare me. Well, why would a sock have toes, Darren? Come on, buddy. Feet with 10 toes scare me. And it looks like Charles is looking at my foot here like, what the fuck is that? I'm not cleaning that. Tom A says use baby powder. Clancy, shut the fuck up, Clancy. Clancy, shut the fuck up. Why don't you wait to do your own show if you want to fucking give people advice?
What is Clancy saying?
Oh, Clancy just talks nonsense. We don't know. Don't pay attention to him. He just laughs and smokes. He smokes and he laughs. That's it. Everyone's got their skill set in life.
Yeah, we all do, unfortunately.
Rick Kent wants to know, who are you talking to?
Talking to you, Nick. I don't have any baby powder either. That sucks.
I think he went to check to see if he had baby powder. Do you have urine?
Yeah, it's in my...
I know where it's at. But if you want it to be perfect, when you put it in the cup, put it in the fridge and get it cold, and then it'll close the pores right up.
Good to know, buddy. Good to know.
Rick, we're telling him things he can use instead of aftershave, which he doesn't have. Staring at the man in the mirror. Ooh. Oh, power go out? You didn't pay your bill?
No, I shut it off.
How are you doing with that? Your bill's all paid?
My bill's all paid. Yeah, it's all paid.
What the fuck? Can you hit the mute button before you fart at the 1 hour, 12 minute, and 58-second mark? If anyone wants to take note of that.
Yeah, send it on Jake's show, too.
Why don't you hit the mute button?
Because I like to fart.
All right. This person likes to see people fart close up.
He's more colorful than Prince, tell you that much. I'm going to get going now, buddy. CJ Mosley was a very good player. Liked him a lot.
Would you wear these?
I would wear the socks, but not with the 10 toes.
Why? Do you have 11?
No, I got 20.
You have 20 toes?
Yes, I'm a mutant freak. I'm part of the X-Men. Come to me, my X-Men.
Well, Charles, it is Gay Pride Month, and if you are an X-Men, we support your transition, and we thank you for joining the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Charles Anthony Gorman. Just like that, he's gone. Remember, folks, if there's things that you can't share, you can always text them to me or send them to me on Discord, and you know that I'll put them up. We have a fun time here. If I can make fun of myself and not having a big toe on my left foot, we can laugh about anything here. Darren says, I'll find a 9-toe pair. Well, if you know any of lovely ladies and some of the guys in this world who prefer sewing or knitting, they can kind of cut the left. Yeah, they're both yellow. Cut that, seal it. I'll rock it for a joke. Blitz BK. This is why he's a lyricist. He might be gone, but his farts linger. If you want to hear the blast, just pull his finger. Blitz, there you go. There's a little diss track. Oh, Jay, is this to go up on air, Jay? Jay, please tell me I can put this up. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you unaware, our friend Three Siblings is a man of chocolate persuasion, dating a woman of vanilla persuasion. And Jay just sent me this text message from Fluffy. And it says, "What are you doing, baby?" Oh, okay. Thank you, because you didn't respond in quick enough time. He said, "Oh my God, babe, my bad. I'm watching a Juneteenth documentary on Netflix." Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get this nuke. She says, "What? Am I not allowed to?" I need to know the answer right there. The breadcrumb bandit has returned. And Jay, Mr. Three Siblings, as a Caucasian persuasion male, I am honored that you consider my show a Juneteenth documentary. Thank you. I am absolutely honored. Mama, I made it! Shout out to me. And for those of you who don't know, we call Fluffy the breadcrumb bandit because she made a macaroni and cheese one night for Jay, and it was the driest surface on earth. The Sahara Desert looked at this mac and cheese with all the breadcrumbs and said, "That's some dry ass shit." So this was just posted in the Discord. You guys are horrible. Not all macaroni and cheeses are ruined. Show some goddamn respect. You guys are wild, man, at this time of night. I forgot how crazy a show gets. I'm used to starting at 11:20, and all of you guys are usually winding down your nights. You're feisty today on the holiday. Folks, please remember.
When you have a bad day, give up. Go home and sleep. Fuck it. Try again tomorrow.
And what are we going to do on opening day, Aaron Glenn? Bear Mace. Aaron Rodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, I don't know why you haven't, hit the like button. We got 54 of you here watching. We have 41 likes. As Stack would say, the math ain't mathing, ladies and gentlemen. The math is not mathing right now. I will get the picture of the Mark Gastineau jersey, but we have a Joe Klecko jersey we're raffling off. If you gift 5 memberships, like our friend Alan did earlier, you can go on the multiplier wheel where you can win up to 100 entries. A $20 super chat also gets you on the wheel, or the equivalent of $20 in super chats in one show. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be in it to win it. Last raffle, the wide receiver raffle. I'm sorry. Yes, the wide receiver raffle. Pat Rich had one entry, one $5 super chat, and he won. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Luppy just gifted 5, and they went to G-Man the Prophet for Jets football, Cincy Matt, the big fella, Jet Life 3, 2, 1, and Genergy. Congratulations to all of you. Luppy, thank you. And Luppy, my friend, let me take the Discord off. Share screen. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Now, Luppy, since you were the second person tonight to gift 5 memberships, we are going to... Oh, no. Oh, shit. I'll give you the choice if you want to keep it or not. I hit the wrong button. I was going to shuffle it twice, Luppy. You get 18 to start. You went to 26. That's my fault. I was going to shuffle it twice. Luppy, let me know if you want to keep the 26 or shuffle it twice and spin it. I misclicked. I apologize. Spin again, Luppy says. That's my fault. I said it before it was completed spinning. So fair is fair. There's 2 shuffles and a spin, ladies and gentlemen. Luppy rolled the dice and unfortunately lost. You lost 4 entries, Luppy. I will give you the 26 since I fucked up. I'll give you the higher of the 2. No reason you should be penalized because the host is a jabroni. A misclicking jabroni. 26 for the Lup Man. Ladies and gentlemen, David D said, you know what? I want to take a spin. Can I get involved? Of course you can, David. Your 5 went to John B., Ricky New York, J Quest, the previously mentioned Pat Rich, and Adriano's Blocks. Thank you, David. Dixon, there has been enough time and enough announcements. Don't hate the player. Hate yourself for not following the rules. Ladies and gentlemen, David D was the 3rd person. So we are going to shuffle it. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to spin. Oh. Shout out to Marcus May, Le'Veon Bell, Brandon Eccles, Eric Coleman. And those are all the 26s I could think of right now. But thank you, David. We had a little bit of a streak there for a minute where 24 was coming out, and I took 24 off the wheel. We got back-to-back 26s. We might have to do the same thing here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Rick, I was up in the chat. I did not see this comment, Rick. Very well done. Me and Rick Kent on the same page, and I will take it as an extreme compliment if my brain is working the same way that Rick Kent is. And Stack is back with Rigged. Yeah, it's rigged. You know the part that sucks, Dixon? When you text me these pictures, I have to save them. And now when I open up my gallery, I got Matthew Smith all dragged out, staring at me. Just send it in Discord for now, Dixon. Thank you. Oh, I texted to you, Dixon. It's just a share screen. That's why I sent the pictures with the socks to you because I already had your DM up to be shared. Julian, welcome. I usually work till 11 p.m. and I come on a couple nights during the week at 11:20 Eastern. Sunday nights, 8 p.m. is the big show. This Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, I will be joined with Adam Y2K from New York Sports Wicker Media. He will be with me Sunday night around 8:30. We'll hang out with him a little bit. We'll talk all New York sports. He's a Met fan. I'm a Yankee fan, so we'll have some fun little banter back and forth there. And we'll discuss his thoughts on the Knicks and where they go from here with the coaching search. Uh, Adam does a really good job covering all New York sports on his channel, not just the teams that he follows. So it's the Jets off season. We have a little reprieve, and I figured Adam is a great time to bring him on because we can discuss everything with New York sports and what's going around in all the sports world. So Sunday night, 8 p.m., hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming on. You get the notification a half an hour before the show, before the lives. And hope to see you there. Julian, thanks, man. Appreciate you subscribing and hope to see you here more often. 100 to 78. How much time we got, Bill? Oh no, Dixon. I do it. I delete a lot of shit. You know the stuff that I send and share. I delete a lot of shit. Because I always think to myself, God forbid I die and people go through my camera roll. Oh, 3 minutes left. They're up 22. I feel that this game is a lock. Tonight's Thursday. I would say that NBA put their game 7 on Sunday night, right? Ladies and gentlemen, talking Jets with Tigo. Hashtag keep Tigo Gray. Nobody tell Hawk that he's here. Hawk will gift immediately. Stack said it perfectly. Holy shits, it's Tigo. I am messaging Hawk right now. Tigo, how you been, buddy? How are the boys? We got to talk. We haven't talked in a minute. Sorry. I sent Hawk a message. Tigo's in the chat. Thought of you immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent, the homeboy, the man of the hour. He's in the raffle. We'll determine for how many momentarily. But first, Julian Mann, who just got here, gifted a membership. Jake Asman gifted a membership. Jersey Jet, Jovan White, and Johnny Boy. Ladies and gentlemen of the Discord, you have been given ample opportunity. Please do not get mad at anybody else. Thank you, Rick. We're going to spin here in a second for you. Boys are great. The oldest just turned 3. Oh, my God. I'm getting old. They're getting old. Send me a picture, Tigo, please. Send me an updated picture of the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Hawk showed up immediately and said 1 year of gifted subs and Tigo's still gray. Hashtag great name forever. Hashtag suck it, Tigo. Lane says, I will gift for 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if Lane gifts for 5, this show just hit an all-time high, jump the shark moment. It will only go down from there. Rick Kent is up, ladies and gentlemen. His 5 memberships. He is the 4th person to gift tonight. So we will shuffle it 4 times for Rick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that. I shuffled it 4 times and it still landed on 26, Mr. Kent. I wish you good luck, sir. And it's coming around. No way. It's rigged, ladies and gentlemen. This wheel is rigged. Rick Kent. The one thing I'm happy about is you would get 18, and everyone's getting more than 18. So the wheel is doing its part. You are getting more chances than you would have gotten without the wheel. So we do got to show the wheel some love. Oh, Rick, you're already on here. Rick Kent. I'm going to add that to your previous donations. Thank you. And David, you're on here. Let me add those. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where Nick has fun with trolls. Yay! All right. Let's go back up to that comment. Mr. Smith says, you must have missed my comment. You ready for Pitt and A-Rod to absolutely spank the bum-ass Jets? Well, lad, let me inform you on something. Aaron Rodgers sucks. He can't move. He doesn't know your scheme. He wants to get rid of the ball quickly. Your offensive line isn't great. He doesn't throw the ball downfield. Again, he doesn't have his patented, safe scheme. He doesn't have all his receivers that he loves to throw to. You don't have a running game. You don't have an offensive line. Aaron Rodgers is a suicide bomber. And I will tell you right now, he's coming after Mike Tomlin's win streak. And he's going to fucking ruin it. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please come back many more times, and we will have fun as we get closer to the season. But for you being a member of the channel, I say thank you, and you're a nice guy. Eli, that is my boldest of bold takes. That Rodgers is the one to ruin Tomlin. Listen, I've been saying for years, before Rodgers was there, Mike Tomlin is the most overrated coach in the NFL. The greatest part of Pittsburgh is the consistency of their organization, and they never change the coaches. They never change the scheme. The front office always has to draft for the same types of players with the same skill sets. They haven't changed anything about them in the longest time. That's the best part. How many times do we have to change schemes and types of players that we're looking for, and you hit the reset button every 3-4 years? Granted, is winning in the football in the NFL easy to do? No. Does he deserve credit for that? Yeah. But there's many teams that win and go deep every year. Kansas City's deep every year. Buffalo's deep every year. Baltimore's deep. Philly. San Francisco for the most part. Pittsburgh's like the low-end wild card year after year. They're not a great team. They're just the best of the mediocre teams, and they get in every year. Sir, I just explained to you 7 reasons why it's not going to work. Stability doesn't make you win games. Quarterback familiarity, quarterback comfort. You think the reason you traded Pickens is because Pickens wouldn't settle for the check down wide receiver screen bullshit that Rodgers loves. Pickens wants the ball downfield, and Pickens would lose his fucking mind on Rodgers because he's a head case who doesn't keep quiet. That's why Pickens is gone. You traded away your second best weapon in what should be a win now year to cater to Rodgers and the shitstorm that he's going to bring to Pittsburgh with him. Me personally, I'm all for it. I can't wait. It's going to be horrible. Tomlin announces his retirement by Halloween. Name the last team in the NFL to win without 2 wide receivers. Listen, bro, you sound like us last year and the year before. I'm not going to ban you because you're not going to win. You're not going to show up. Your offensive line isn't good. You're not going to be able to protect for Rodgers. Metcalf's not going to be able to run the long routes. You're going to get tired. Quote this. Here, 135-minute mark on tonight's show. You're going to get tired of seeing these wide receiver fades to the sideline that have a low interception rate because all Rodgers cares about is his touchdown to interception ratio. You're going to get tired to quick little 3-yard passes to Freiermuth on 3rd and 8, and he gets tackled short of it. You're going to get tired to him doing all these checks and signals because he doesn't want to run the plays as called. Trust me, we lived it, dude. Packers fans warned us. We're warning you. It's the cycle of the shit show of A-Rod. Listen, good luck with him. Good luck with him. Jets fans, we're tired of hearing about it, A-Rod. He's not our problem anymore. It's just the truth, man. He's not very mobile. You need a mobile quarterback in this day and era in the NFL. He's going to be a sitting duck behind that offensive line. Broderick Jones can't block shit. Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson are going to light him up week 1. We're going to blitz like crazy. Sauce held Metcalf to like 2 catches when he was on him, or 1 catch when he was on him. Metcalf got his other catch on DJ Reed. But we expect Sauce to be on Metcalf the whole game. We're telling you what we lived, man. No one gets better at 41 years old. Just me. My life turned around at 44. So, other than that. It's Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith. It's not one of Rodgers' boys. It's not somebody that has been in Rodgers' scheme. It's not somebody that caters to Rodgers. It's a desperate guy who's hanging on to possibly his last job coaching in the NFL. After getting fired in Atlanta as a head coach, talking. She was horrible with age because she kept her mouth shut about Diddy. Come on, Tigo. She could have helped save people. Instead, she was out ring hunting or ring cunting because that's what's getting her rings. Clancy, the people who wanted to keep Rodgers look like the dumbasses. That's my opinion. I don't mean to offend people, and I'm not personally attacking anyone, but 5 wins and people were screaming to run it back. I agree. I think we're going to win, Clancy. We're a better team in the trenches. We're a better team up front than them, and that's where games get decided. And I will take Arthur Smith. I'll take Steve Wilkes and Aaron Glenn against Arthur Smith. And Rodgers in his first game since college in a new scheme. When he started in the NFL as a quarterback, it was his 4th year in the league. He had plenty of time to learn the scheme. He's got 3 months. That's a huge advantage for the Jets. I am ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic that you kept that same offensive line. If I could, I would do a 9-toe cartwheel just for you, my friend. If Arthur Smith was one of the best OCs in the league, Atlanta wouldn't have fired him when they were going to draft a quarterback. They would have let him mold their quarterback of the future. Like, again, if you're going to talk shit, talk intelligent shit. Arthur Smith was fired from Atlanta, and they didn't want him touching the rookie quarterback Penix that they were going to draft. He ran Bijan Robinson, never used him. Kyle Pitts, never used him. How are you saying that this guy's one of the best OCs in the league? Your offense was dog shit last year. You won because of your defense. Come on, man. If you're going to talk shit, talk good shit. You can't be serious with that. Come on, man. Like, I want to have the fun. I want to have the interaction back and forth. It's June. We're opening day opponents. This will be fun to go back and forth, but you got to bring it better than that. Yeah, that's Asperger's. What the fuck you want me to do with that statement? Come on. But if you were a good coordinator, Clancy wins. Comment of the night right there. If you're a good coordinator, you use Bijan Robinson. He didn't do that in 2023. Many of the fantasy football owners were furious at Arthur Smith. He never used Kyle Pitts the right way. Everyone was happy when he left. Now I want a burger. Damn, it's 11:18. I can't. I want the burger, but I'm not going to get a burger. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start winding down the show here in a few minutes if we have no more callers. Before we do that, I'm going to gift a few memberships because everybody who is gifting tonight, I will do my part. For every 5 gifted, I will give out 1. So we got 4 coming from the big guy. I gifted 1 that went to Sherry French. Let's see. We got, come on, load a little quicker. My second one went to M. Morris. I haven't seen him in a minute. Maybe that'll get him back in the chat. I do like that you get the email. Third one went to Donna. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. I know a girl, and Donna's her name. Boom, 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 boom. Since she left me, I've never been the same. Sorry, I love La Bamba as a kid. Whoa, we're popping off in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Jet said, you know what? Get me in this. Thank you, Papa. Let me gift one more. And of course, now the notification comes up. All right, let me rewind here. Papa Jet gifted 5. That went to Tony Alexio, Bobbleneck, Brooklyn, Dixon Cider, no relation to Dixon Yass, and Danette Randall. Rick Kent, I sing everything. It's one of my favorite movies. When I was a kid, I stopped everything. Going in the pool, playing sports on the street. If La Bamba was on, I stopped everything to watch that. Where are we? Eli Betts with a super chat. Thanks for shutting Vlad up. I try, Eli. Listen, if you want to troll, be good with it. Just don't throw out random statements that I can annihilate. Make sense with it. Like if I'm a Steelers fan, I'm wearing black, so I'll do it, right? You show up and you say, you know, your offensive line isn't really proven. Your tackles are young and inexperienced. You're going to have trouble with Highsmith and Watt and our pass rush. Okay, that makes sense. I can't really say much to that. That's the angle that you take. Our defense is going to win games for us because your defense has continuously won games for you. We made the mistake of saying Rodgers was going to be our savior. No, you're Pittsburgh. Run with what got you to the table. Your defense. The same scheme from the 70s is still being run with a little bit of tweaks year by year. Your front seven is what wins you games, not number 8. Sonny with an important question. Nick, you look great. How much weight have you lost? Total, 133. Maybe 131 after tonight's meal and baklava. Maybe. But I did have off from work today. I did go walk 3 laps at a giant park. It's called Merrill Park in Island. Childhood home of Nick Shine. Current home of Charles Gorman. Back to the gym tomorrow. And then Saturday, sitting out at Rutgers University all day. Anyone wants to come watch Nikki play in Old Bridge High School 7-on-7 Saturday at Rutgers, I'll be there all day. Feel free to come join. I gifted another membership that went to Jimbo. So I do love cheese. Cheese and pickle. I haven't had much cheese lately. I've been on a Vlasic bread and butter chip. Bread and butter spears. Listen, I want to see Porter Jr. trying to cover Garrett downfield. I want to see our front 5 setting the tone. I want to see RPOs. I want to see Fields getting out of the pocket on the run, high percentage throws, and then you build from there. Robert, I was at 382. My goal is 232. I would love to lose 150. That would be, by opening day, I want to be 232. That's my goal. And then I want to keep it under 240 and maintain. With going to the gym, I should be able to do that easily. But the goal is to remain in the 230s. All right, now we got some spins to do. We got Papa Jet up first. Let's get this on. We're going to shuffle it 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Papa Jet. Good luck, good sir. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise. This is very 24-ish. I will say, 24 comes out a lot. 26 comes out a lot. But nobody likes 25. Except us now. He won us over. He's a good kid. Papa Jet, you are in for 26. I'm sure the chat is having a lot of fun with that. Let me check the chat comments. Yeah. Rick Kent's upset. This is getting ridiculous. That's not how you sound. I love, yeah, Chris, the homeboy. Chris, people were ready to put a bolo out for you. Oh, Vlad, I'm going to get somebody to make a song instead of Return to the Mac, Return to the Vlad. I can't wait for this to go on all summer long. Weeknights, most weeknights, 11:20, I come on. Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. If you have a channel, let me know. I'll check it out. And if it gets to the point where leading up to the season, you want to come on and do this, we can do that. We can have some fun. But ladies and gentlemen, Eli gifted a $20 super chat, which means what? He also gets to spin. Right now, he's in for 15. Shuffle, hit it. It's just why are we even spinning at this point? Why are we even spinning? There's no sense in even spinning the fucking wheel at this point. I tell you what, if anyone spins the wheel and doesn't get a 26, I'll double whatever you get. This is remarkable right now. I do thank everyone. But like I said earlier, every single person is getting more than you would have without the wheel. So you're all winning. Shout out to Le'Veon Bell, number 26, who was with Pittsburgh and us. I think we just have to stop saying that number. How about we stop saying the number 50? We start saying 50. Let's say 50 repetitively. 50. See, I'm going to spin it now off air just to show. Here, I'll bring it on. All right, 30. $50. See, all you got to do is say it, folks. All you got to do is say it, and then 22 comes out. Damn it, it fucking moved at the last second. Son of a bitch. So it is possible to not get a 26. But the algorithm knows. And if you keep saying 26, 26 will come out. And I don't know what Clancy's up to, but Clancy says, grease her up. Clancy, send pics. Oh, the wheel needs grease. All right. I thought Clancy was the app for another freak show. I don't judge Clancy. You do you, bro. Clancy likes the older ladies. Some of them need some greasing too. they're a little up there in age. But thank you, everybody who contributed tonight. We are doing the defensive line raffle Sunday night, July 6th. Right now, here's what we have. I'll have everything finalized Monday. Right now, I have a Joe Klecko jersey. I will have a Mark Gastineau autographed jersey on Monday. I have one other item I'm looking to get. I'm bidding on it, and you know how the bids expire. The last second, everybody shoots up the last minute bids go crazy. Indy Jet brings up a good point. A lot of people, myself included, said it was going to be that I said the Knicks and the Pacers were playing for the opportunity to get swept by OKC. Whether you like them or not, and I know Knicks fans hate the Pacers, got to give them credit. They're showing up in the finals. I haven't watched the fucking second of it, but to go to Game 7 in a series where everybody thought they would get dog walked, you got to give them a little credit. Even if they're your rival, even if you hate them, even if they're the team that beat you. Our last playoff game, we lost to Vlad Steelers. Had to give them credit. They played better in the first half. We tried a late comeback. It didn't work. Sometimes you just got to take your hat off to the opponent. Chris B, who got 75 entries when I gifted 5 the other day for all the love and support he puts in the chat, said that he'll give it to Papa Jet for his birthday. There you go. Look at that. I love everybody getting along in the chat. Pay attention, Vlad. That's what we do here. See that? Did I get all the spins we were supposed to get? Alan, Luppy, David, Rick, Papa Jet, Eli. Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we have no other callers calling in, it's time. What did we learn? What did we learn today? Luppy, I'm trying to lose weight, man. You want to join my spin class? Dude, I was at the park today with just my cutoff shirt on, walking around, man. I was soaked. I was at the gym. I went to go in the sauna. There was 4 gigantic dudes in there, no place for me to sit. I wish that I could have seen my face that I made. I opened up the sauna door and went, okay, and right back out. I looked like Homer Simpson's dad when he walks into the bar, takes his hat off, puts it down, looks, spins, takes the hat, walks right back out. That was me in the sauna. I heard a comment as the door was closing, like, yeah, there ain't no room for him. There we go. What did we learn? Luppy, I learned that Nick likes to dress up. Past Nick. I've had some ridiculous Halloween costumes throughout the years. Dixon says, I learned Charles makes a great maid, and Nick, check your Discord. I learned that Dixon wants me to check the Discord. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, why didn't you not use the other team? I love it, but you got to use the other team. Stop screen. I'm trying to pull it back up. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman. He's Charles. We'll have some fun with these as we get closer to the season. I think this is just the way of the world now, ladies and gentlemen. Anything that's said, anything that can be created instantaneously. Big fella comes in, and of course, the big fella and I agree. There is no damn way Mosley belongs in the Ring of Honor. If Sean Ellis isn't there, Mosley sure as hell shouldn't be. Yeah, big fella. If you go back and watch the opening of the show, thank you for the super chat. Kyle Clifton, Mo Lewis, Marvin Jones. Oh, let's get back to tackles. And David Harris. Top 4 linebackers, top 4 tacklers in Jets history aren't there. CJ Mosley's number 20 with 300. Jonathan Vilma, Eric Barton, Quincy Williams, Demario Davis are all, there's 8 linebackers ahead of him in Jets history. He's not. Great person, great at the mic, great leader, great representative of what a New York Jet should be as a person. As a player, underwhelming, overpaid, oft injured. Sat out for COVID, but was good enough to go to a bar in Alabama and watch college football. So let's chill the fuck out with that talk. But you're right, big fella. I appreciate you. Thank you again for the super chat. I'm looking for comments. Ladies and gentlemen, what did we learn? Let me get that back up. Let's get to your comments. Chris, I learned I missed the New York Jets fan base, community, family, nation. I learned Nick looks good no matter what. Thank you, Chris. Best comment. Screw you, Clancy. You lost. God bless our New York Jets, our New York Jets fan base, community, family. You guys are the backbone. Tigo learned a brand new fake name that is an absolute goat. Fake name, thank you, at Dixon Cider. I'm looking. Oh, don't you worry, Kim. Don't you worry. I'm looking. Big fella, was it the Bengals or the Bills? Didn't he jump over the Bills? Or did he jump multiple? David said, I learned on Jake's show today that linebacker Kyle Clifton isn't in the Jets Ring of Honor. I'm surprised by this being that Clifton was a tackling machine and played for the team for 13 seasons. He's at 1,468 solo tackles. Mosley's at 300. He's 4.5, almost 5 times as many tackles. And he's not in. Mo Lewis, 1,011 solo tackles. Mo Lewis, 7th all time on sacks with 53.5 as a Jet, not in the Ring of Honor. There's levels to this shit. Being a nice player that you underperform does not get you into the Ring of Honor. Rick Kent, I learned Tigo can't get a gifted membership. Actually, you already knew that. I don't have that information, but I can't comment on that. I don't know the extent. If it's at the point where he retired after it, you don't fuck with the neck. You don't fuck with concussions. You know, if it's, I can't comment on that. We don't know, and it's not fair to speculate on the seriousness of that injury. Big fella, I'm pretty sure he jumped over in Buffalo and cost us a game in Buffalo a couple years ago. I want to say 22. It was the night. It was a 4 o'clock game in Buffalo, and we were playing with them, and he jumped off sides or jumped over the pile and gave them a first down. Maybe he did it more than once. I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking Buffalo. I don't remember the Cincinnati one. Yeah, Clancy. It's hard to play when your head's on a swivel the whole time and impact. You don't fuck around with that, man. It's not worth the risk. I did not. I did not. It's a male and female sauna. So I did not have not seen one yet at the gym in my 2 weeks of going there. You'll know when I do. I'll comment on it at some point. Mo Lewis will never be in the Ring of Honor because of Brady, which is stupid. Now, has that been said, or is that just your opinion? I mean, I think it would be more because of Bledsoe, right? Hitting Bledsoe is the black eye on Mo Lewis's career. I still think Mo is deserving of being in the Ring of Honor. I think Mo and Marvin should go in together. Now, I know they honored them years ago at the old stadium because I screamed and yelled at Mo Lewis during Don LaGreca's interview where they had to cut it and go to commercial about how he ruined my life by hitting Bledsoe. Why would you do it? He was running out of bounds. Why he was not athletic. Just let him go out. I was like, I beat my wife and kick my dog every day because of you. You ruined everything that I stand for. And then they went to commercial. Marvin Jones was falling out of his chair laughing. And then Don LaGreca remembered that moment when we were out in Pittsburgh for the AFC Championship. I ran into him. Luffy, I learned that Nick is starting the 26 team. Clancy, it's like Bill Buckner, right? Guy had a good career, but he is infamous for that. It's the same thing, right, bud? You can understand why fans feel that way. And I think it's a shame because I think I make jokes about it, but I think it's a shame that if he does show up, he'll get booed. There's a Jet fan portion of the fan base that will boo him. Good point, Rick. lost more than one step, and was washed up at 32. Yeah, he came back after that injury a couple years ago, and he wasn't meeting people in the hole anymore very often. If they went outside, it was him chasing up field and then getting them. And it was 8-yard gains instead of meeting them at the line of scrimmage like he used to. Big fella said my opinion on that statement before. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. I mean, I can see that side of it. I respect Mo Lewis, but I'm going to make jokes about it because it's a talk show. But I mean, I think Mo is deserving, and I think you got to get a little bit distance from the Patriots' reign before people really appreciate him. But you can see the Jets haven't put any linebackers in. Kyle Clifton not in, all-time leading tackler by far. Marvin Jones and Mo not in. David Harris not in. So I don't know what they have against the defensive players or the linebackers specifically. Klecko's in. Gastineau, I believe, is in, right? Revis is in. You know, there's defensive players up there. I don't get it, though. Stack, I'm looking for it. I'm sorry. I'm looking. Stack, can you resend it for me? I'm scrolling way up. I don't see it. Sometimes they don't pop in. Let me check YouTube. Stack, if you could just repost it for me, buddy, and I'll get it up there right away. LA Fitness. Yeah, it's a sauna with wooden benches. You don't go in naked. You just go in after your workout. Now, Clancy, I said a small portion would boo him. There is a portion that would boo him. I think the cheers would be much louder, but I do think that it would happen. Oh, do you think the boos will be for Rodgers? I don't know, man. The Patriots got booed really loud. Belichick, when he started winning, there was a hatred and a disdain that grew game after game. I think he gets booed. I mean, it's going to be loud. It's going to be talked about. Clancy, we don't know why. We don't know why. But like I said, Kyle Clifton, Marvin Jones, David Harris, none of them are there. I don't know what the Johnsons have against linebackers. I mean, you can make the argument all four of those guys are deserving. Rick Kent says there's one linebacker in the Ring of Honor, Larry Grantham from the Super Bowl champs. Stack, I did not see it pop up, man. You missed my what did we learn, but I haven't had anything since. And I couldn't find it. So Stack, if you would, please reshare that. Live chat. All messages are visible. I don't have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time. I will not be on tomorrow night. I got to get Nick, and then we got to be up early Saturday to be at Rutgers by 7 o'clock, I think, on Saturday morning. So I'll be up at like going to bed at 2 and then up at 5:30 and sitting out in the heat all day Saturday. So thoughts and prayers for your homeboy. That's me. Like I said, if anyone's around Rutgers on Saturday, you want to come watch some 7-on-7 high school football, hit me up. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Mr. Boomtown, please, if you would, tell everybody, what did you learn today? And thank you again to Alan, Luppy, David D, Rick Kent, Papa Jet for their gifted memberships. Eli and Big Fella for the super chats. I appreciate you guys. Your gifted memberships, super chats allow me to put more money into the show, get better prizes, and give back to the community. So I thank all of you for what you do. And Stack, I learned that the wheel is still rigged. 26 is the new 24. Yes, sir. Thank you, Stack. I'm glad we got that. Boomtown, I learned Dixon was confused at Matt's level of gayness. Baklava is worth the risk. Alan struggled to count Shiner members of the Jewish faith tonight. Lane's Bobby strike ended quickly. Bonus, Matthew Smith had a very busy month. Charles uses his right hand for everything else. Prostitution plus cleaning services is the key to financial independence. Double bonus, even the jobless are afraid of the IRS. At 1:12:58, Charles casually ripped ass. The Nick Shine Show qualifies as a Juneteenth documentary. Clancy enjoys a good greasing. 26 is the new 24. Awesome. Yeah, Clancy, can we get which strike lasted longer? New Jersey Transit or Lane's strike? They were both over pretty quickly. Big Fella, I learned, actually always knew, Boomtown is the greatest Canadian. Fuck 6 rings. Now, be careful, because Charles Gorman might go buy 6 rings and put them on Mount Gorman. Yeah, there's a late one there for you, Boom. Have fun with that. Try to get that comment in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Possible hangout Saturday night if I'm not completely exhausted. Maybe 9, 10 o'clock Saturday night, we do a hangout show. If not, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be joined by Adam, WA2K from New York Sports Wicker Media. We'll have some fun. We'll discuss everything New York sports. Hopefully the Yankees get a few more wins. They can do this thing called a winning streak. They're not really familiar with it in the month of June. Obviously, Yankee fans will keep an eye on the Mets as well because we have that series coming up. 4th of July weekend. That'll be a blast with Rick and Addie flying out from California together and everyone getting together for festivities and fun all throughout that weekend. And Rick Kent, can't wait to pick you up. And yes, I am telling you, I will be there 5:30 in the morning. I'm a man of my word. If you are flying out here and you're landing at Newark, I want to be the first person to welcome you. And good luck to J3 siblings, not only if Fluffy cooks again, but with JJ this weekend in Nationals. I am absolutely picking you up. It's a party, baby. It's a party. Nick, you forgot me a bit. It's going to be a problem. You forgot me a bit. What does that mean? Why can't I pick you up? Take you out to breakfast. It's fine. It's 20 minutes from my house to get there. It's no big deal, sir. It's worth it. It's worth it to meet the great Rick Kent. Stop arguing, Rick. Yell at me in the Discord, not in the show. ladies and gentlemen, you've watched the Nick Shine Show. I thank you for being here. I thank you for all your support. Well, he did it before on the show. We have to end with this. Good night, everyone.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat, got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. While YouTube is blowing up, I'm doing my part. I excuse myself every single time that I fart. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop us. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blows the false show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
I don't understand why you're being like this, Rick. I want to come pick you up. Stop raising your voice at me, Mr. Kent. I'm scared of you. Petrified, even. Last thing I want to do is piss you off. How can you not be in a good mood looking at Charles' toes in those socks? I don't want to wait a couple days to meet you. I love you. You're my homeboy. Yeah. Rick Kent for life. Yeah, Rick, you're the best. Good night, everyone. Nobody.